Hi, my name is Christy Beatty, and I do career development with your school, Bellas Falls Union High School. And I'm going to be teaching you a class called Introduction to Resume Writing for high school students. So let's jump right in. What is a resume? A resume is a written compilation of your education, work experience, certifications, skills, extracurricular activities, and accomplishments. It really is a self-advertisement. Think of it as a way to promote yourself. Why are you awesome? And why do you deserve the job or getting into that dream college over anyone else? It's kind of like a humble brag. Why do you need a resume? Well, first of all, it sets you apart from others. If you go into a job interview and you have filled out a job application and you also have a resume to show someone, they're going to be pretty impressed, especially if the other candidate only has the job application filled out. I definitely hire the person with the resume too. It also shows that you're motivated. You want a job or you want to get into that college. Some college applications now do require it, so that'll get you ahead of the game for your senior year. It's helpful for references and letters of recommendation. So as you move through high school, you're going to be asking your teachers and your employers to vouch for you, to say, this is a person I would hire, or this is a person I would want to accept to my college, right? So if you do that and you ask for those references, sometimes it's helpful to give that teacher or that employer a copy of your resume so they can remember all the great things that you've done and be able to highlight those in their letter for you. It also helps improve your interview skills, which will be coming up soon. And you'll be able to sort of talk about yourself more confidently. But that's a while down the road. So I'm going to show you an example of a high school student resume. At the top, you'll see the name, contact information, including your email address and your phone number. Usually it'll start with something like resume profile or a resume objective, and that's just kind of saying what you're interested in doing for a job. Education will be listed, your experience will be listed, relevant high school studies, honors, awards, and memberships, that kind of thing. I'm going to go into that more deeply in just a moment. All right, here we go. So, how to start writing a resume. At the end of this lesson, you will fill out a brainstorming worksheet in Google Forms. It will ask you to jot down some notes about your accomplishments, education and training. It'll ask about skills and abilities, awards and achievements, experience and employment history. So let's talk about that first section, education and training. This section includes your high school diploma, any college coursework you've completed, any certifications you've received, and it could also include coursework that relates to the field you're interested in pursuing. So let me give you some examples. Your high school degree will obviously be Bellas Falls Union High School, unless you move, right? Here is an example of Community College of Vermont. Any kind of college courses that you take while you're in high school, we want to list those. Examples of a certification, Red Cross CPR. If you know CPR, that's great. Maybe you did a study abroad program. That's exciting. Or, if you're interested in being a nurse, you might want to highlight that you've taken an AP biology class. If you're interested in being a sports reporter, maybe you want to highlight that you've taken physical education classes. If you want to be a reporter, maybe you want to highlight that you've taken language art classes. You get the idea. That's the first section. The next section is work experience and activities. This section includes all of your work experiences, paid or unpaid, all of your extracurricular activities, and your hobbies. So here are some examples of some work experience and activities. Working at Price Chopper as a cashier, freelance childcare. So if you've been a babysitter before, even if it's been for your family and you haven't been paid, put that down. It's impressive that you're able to take care of a kid. and keep them well and happy. If you've played on sports teams, you want to list those things. Even though it seems like it doesn't apply to a job, if you've been on a sports team, it shows that you're dedicated and you're good at working on a team. Maybe you have great leadership skills. Lions Club Food Drive, that might be a volunteer activity that you've done in the community. Maybe you've been a part of drama club. Any of those things, whatever comes to mind, we're going to have you write that down. So after those two sections, there will be a section that will ask about your skills and abilities. So I'm going to differentiate between a couple of different types of skills. One is soft skills, or what they call transferable skills. These include skills that are useful across all industries and relate to your natural abilities and emotional intelligence. So let's say I wanted to be a surgeon, or I wanted to be a waitress. Either of those jobs, communication skills are important. Either of those jobs, attention to detail is important, right? So they can be used across industries. So you want to think about yourself and what you're good at. And don't lie, just come up with the things that really are true about you. Are you motivated, dependable, punctual, which means on time, which is what every employer wants? Are you creative, patient, humorous? Do you have high energy? Are you organized? Are you optimistic, which means hopeful? Hardworking. Do you have good attention to detail? Are you able to manage your time? Are you a good communicator, fast learner, team player, problem solver, leader, or are you honest? All of these things are soft skills, also known as transferable skills. You want to highlight your top 3 or 4. Also in the skills and abilities section are hard skills or technical skills. And these include skills that are industry specific, so very specific to what you're applying for. So if you were going to be a surgeon, those hard skills would be different than being a waitress, right? Hard skills as a surgeon might be, I don't even know what they do, cutting into a brain. And if you're a waitress, it would be being able to carry a tray, right? Different hard skills. These are usually learned through training, and they're based on technical knowledge. So, for example, Google Suite. Are you able to use Google Docs? Are you able to create PowerPoint presentations? Those are hard skills that employers are looking for. Funny, social media, you think it's just fun, but honestly, a lot of employers are looking for people who are good with social media platforms, especially the older folks hiring you who may not be as good at it as you are. Are you good at Zoom? I bet you are after having the pandemic. That's a skill that not everybody has. Can you type? Have you done any event planning? Let's say you've planned a high school dance. You put that down. Do you speak a foreign language even a little bit? Do you have automotive skills? Can you change a tire? Can you change your oil? We had mentioned this earlier, a CPR certification. Are you good with math and you're able to help someone budget? Are you good at photo editing? Are you a good writer? Could you milk a cow? Those are all hard skills. So really start thinking about the hard skills that you possess. And then we have the awards and achievements section. And this is where you list relevant honors, achievements, or awards you earned for going above and beyond the average student. It includes scholarships, competitions, work-related awards, or even promotions to leadership positions at your job. So here's some examples of awards and achievements. Student Council, National Honor Society. Maybe you got an Outstanding Language Arts Student Award at the end of the school year. Most Improved, Bellows Falls Union High School Softball. Maybe you got a promotion at Shaw's from a bagger to becoming a cashier. Those are all things that are pretty impressive. Don't worry if you don't have anything to list right now. Think of some awards and recognition you'd like to achieve before you graduate. Set some goals and go for it. By the time you're a senior, you'll have even more outstanding things to list on your resume. So here are your next steps. You're going to fill out the resume brainstorming worksheet located in the email that was sent to you. When you're done, you're going to send that to Mr. Peister. So we're going to look at this together. It will look something like this. And it says, brainstorm as many things as you can think of. There are no right or wrong answers. They just have to be true. And don't worry about writing full sentences. These are notes for your reference. We'll make full sentences later. You're going to want to include your first and last name. You're going to want to list your education and training, just as many things as you can think of. Work, experience, and activities. Soft skills, hard skills, awards and achievements. It's going to look just like that. I'm going to go back to this. And once you've finished your brainstorming worksheet, you will refine that information and plug it into a resume template. And you'll do this with your teacher during extended homeroom. You don't have to do that right now, but I'm going to show you what that's going to look like. You'll take that brainstorming info and plunk it into something that looks like this, right? You can take all your contact information and put it there. You'll learn how to write a resume profile. Don't worry about that right now. You'll put all your school information, the years you completed, maybe your GPA if it's a good one, your work experience listed here, and some of the great things that you did while you were at that job, high school studies, honors, awards, and memberships. That'll be sort of the end result. As you gain more education and work experiences, you'll update your resume with each new job you apply for. But right now, you are way ahead of the game because most high school kids don't have resumes. So good luck. If you have questions, you can reach out to Mr. Peister, and he will help you or send you along to me. I'm happy to help as well. Have a great day. Thanks.